I really like my GoPro Hero 10. It is a great camera for adventure, and of course, the stabilization in this is incredible. Especially useful when you want to, for example, go vlog on a hike or something like that. And of course, also for all of those use cases where you need to go underwater. Now, I've been using this camera for half a year, and one thing that is always a bit of a situation is the battery life. Because of course, a tiny camera like this, offering resolutions and frame rates like it does, and having just this much battery, it's not going to last forever. However, there are solutions to this, and one of which is from Xtar. Xtar sent me this battery pack / charging case, and in the past, they also have sent me this charger right here. This essentially is a power station with which you can charge up to 4 batteries. And it is also modular. The things that I have right here are the NPF style battery charger port. And right here, connected to the main module, I have the LPE6NH or whatever batteries from Canon you want to put in there. Now, this can be taken off, and then you can connect another module. And I think that that is really, really helpful because it makes charging a little bit easier, manageable, and it kind of puts everything in one place, and only one USB-C connection is needed to be able to charge, as I've mentioned, up to 4 batteries. Now, I have a specific video about this charger already here on the channel, and I will link this down below as well as up here in the cards. But in this video, I'm going to mostly talk about the Xtar GP2, which is a battery charger as well as battery power bank for your GoPro Hero 10, 8, and I think some previous models as well, batteries. Now, as I've mentioned, and as a disclaimer, this has been sent to me and I have not been paid otherwise besides keeping this charger, and they have no input on the video whatsoever, as I am going to publish this right when you see it and the company sees it as well. Now, first up, I want to talk about my history with chargers and charging cases. A couple of months ago, I actually got sent this one right here. And this is actually a charger for the Rode Wireless Go, as you can see right here. And this is, of course, the second or first version because it works with both of them, but it has the slots for the 3 parts of that. And the interesting thing here is that I actually didn't really know how useful this would be until I had it here in the house. And my girlfriend, who's using her Wireless Go a lot for her yoga sessions that she's doing on Zoom as well as filming, this has been handy a lot there. Because this gives her the opportunity to actually charge the Wireless Go in her backpack without necessarily needing a power outlet right then and there. Because of course, oftentimes you just forget, you have to still charge those things, and all of a sudden the next session is already beginning or needs to begin in about half an hour or something, and you still have to get there. So the only option would be to either pack a battery pack and connect all of the Wireless Go pieces that way. However, then of course you have it randomly dangling around in your backpack, and this kind of alleviates that pain. So I didn't even know how useful this was when I first made my video about this, because at the time, at least, we weren't necessarily using that kind of a workflow. However, with the GoPro, I, right from the get-go, already checked out multi-chargers because the GoPro batteries are known to not necessarily last all day, so you need a ton of them. Now, I think as of this recording, I have 3 batteries and the one that's inside of the GoPro, so 4 batteries in total. Now, this here has been very helpful, but it is only a charging case. You can put in 3 of those batteries. They can be charged in here via USB-C, and there's a little LED indicator at the back right here showing you that those are going to be charged and it is connected. And you have a charge indicator right here in the front. And additionally, you can use it as a carrying case, and you also have slots for the micro SD cards so that you have some spares around there as well. Now, this is very handy. However, this is only really helpful if you connect it either to a power bank when you're out and about, or if you are at home and you can hook it up to a wall plug. And that's where the Xtar is vastly different. It also has slots for 2 batteries, and they actually also ship this with an adapter for older models of the GoPro batteries. However, I don't have any other GoPro models except for the GoPro Hero Max. Those batteries don't fit in here, but the Hero 10 batteries fit like a glove. Now, in the front, you have those two batteries. You have a charging indicator right here. You have those two slots for micro SD cards, so you have those there as well. The box closes with magnets right here at the top. They have something on the Kickstarter page which says that it is waterproof. I would not necessarily trust that. I would not call this waterproof. It may be kind of like sprinkle resistant or something so that you can use it outdoors. However, the USB-C port here at the back, it actually is also protected with this little silicone piece. Again, not necessarily waterproof, but water resistant or something like that. And other than that, there's not much to this box. It is relatively heavy for the size, but that is because in the back right here, the back half, it basically has two massive battery cells in there with which you actually can extend your GoPro's basic charge for a lot longer than if you just have, let's say, two of these batteries. Now, as I've mentioned, right now, they're still running a campaign on Kickstarter and they're already overfunded. So that's already a good sign. And here you can also find a lot more information about those. And of course, you will also find the current pricing for the Kickstarter campaign, as well as the estimated pricing that they will have after the Kickstarter campaign ended. And right now you can still get those at kind of like a discount in a way. And as they have it on here, basically you can get, I think, the charger itself for $30 US, and it will be 46 when they're actually selling it. And you can also get a pack with two GoPro batteries that work with the Hero 9 and 10. And that pack is $48 US. And in the future, it's going to be 82. So that's like a 41% off. Now, as you can see here, you have those GP2 batteries in there. So that means it's basically like 6 GoPro batteries. That's what they're claiming right here. And I have found that this can at least charge it like 2 or 3 times for 2 batteries. So that is incredibly impressive. As I've mentioned, they claim that it's waterproof. I don't necessarily think that I would put this underwater because it's probably not going to be holding up on that front. However, you have a very useful device or pack that you can use when you are hiking or whatever, and you don't necessarily want to buy all of those GoPro batteries individually. Something that I find really smart in the design that they made in terms of the charging mechanism is that when you are plugging this in to be charged and you also have empty batteries inside, it is actually going to first charge one of the batteries, then the other one of the batteries, and then it's going to charge the battery pack itself. And it's doing something similar when you are putting in 2 empty batteries, where it is going to focus on one battery first, charge that up fully, and then jump over to the second battery, basically ensuring that you have one battery ready to go as soon as possible. Now, something that I have not tested specifically in terms of the different charging methods that you might have is the charging speed of this versus other methods. However, here on the site, on the Kickstarter campaign, they have a claim that they are going to be almost double as fast as other charging methods, which is a good thing. And I definitely have noticed that it felt faster. And actually something similar happened with the Wireless Go case from Andy Cini that I talked about in the beginning. That actually also showed a faster charging experience than even hooking those individually up to a slower charger. So that's a really interesting and powerful aspect of having a charger like this, being able to charge these batteries multiple times, being able to charge multiple different kinds of GoPro batteries with this adapter plate right here. Being able to charge multiple different kinds of batteries with this adapter plate right here. And of course, also being able to charge multiple different kinds of batteries from GoPro in the same case with this adapter plate. I think that for the power and energy that you get into this package, it is actually quite impressive how small the box is. And also in terms of like its weight, it is significant and it is relatively heavy. However, if I take just 2 or 3 batteries into my hand and I kind of like try to compare this weight, it is pretty much on par with each other. And of course, it also has the benefit that you might only need, let's say, 3 batteries, for example, because you can always just charge 2 of them, have one in the camera, and within like an hour or 1.5 hours, you will have one battery fully charged again, ready to go, and you can kind of like flip through them that way. So that is really, really cool about this charging case. In terms of pricing, you basically get the charge of about 6 GoPro batteries, but for the price of 2 or maybe 3 GoPro batteries. So going with this might actually also save you some money on that front. Now, one thing that I would have liked to see in this package is the reverse charge ability, so that I could also use this, for example, to be able to charge my phone from this USB-C port. However, in my tests, that was not possible. So this is one way only. It is only going to charge your GoPro batteries. But in general, it is well made. It has a powerful charge in it. The feature set of going one battery after the other is really, really nicely thought out so that you don't have to wait on any of those things. With all that said, of course, you will find links in the description down below. So if you want to check this out, you can do so. If you're still getting the Kickstarter campaign pricing, that of course is a great discount in comparison to what they're going to sell this for in the future on Amazon and other stores. And with all that said, go out there, shoot more, use your GoPro, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.